How's it going, guys? Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Jua, thank you for the check-in. Kiros, thank you. Lulu, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. And Jua, congrats on first again. Oh, why are we listening to Persona? Hang on. Um, that's a bit much for right now. Let's do this. Sure. This has got a sort of Natlan vibe, right? That first song that I played for the intro was Spark Again. I thought that was kind of fitting name-wise for Natlan. I think the Archon quest Acts 3 and 4 both came out 2 days ago. So I'm a little behind. I've kept myself away from spoilers though. I'm gonna try to get through all of Act 3 today. Um and then Act 4 next week in 4 days, I guess, is the next stream. Also, speaking of upcoming streams, I want to maybe play something else, one or two other games this month just for the spooky season. Um, and one that I thought might be fun to try again a whole year later is Lies of P. I, you guys might remember, I rage quitted that game because of the stupid mini boss. I might try to pick it up again. I've had a full year to think about it. I've had a full year to cool off. It still bothers me when I think about it sometimes, but I think I'll be fine. At least for the first 5 minutes. Um, Here's your warning. Act 3 is about an hour and a half, ignoring commentary. Act 4 is about 3 hours, ignoring commentary. Suggest splitting Act 4 in half. Oh, okay. That's a good call. So then, Jua, could you do me a favor? Not necessarily right now, just whenever, before I decide to do it. Can you just kind of go through and find what a good halfway point would be? Or like a good stopping point if I were to split it in half? Um, that way I'm not accidentally going into something that I'll just keep getting dragged further along into. Um, but yeah, so I might do Lies of P on Halloween because I think that falls on one of my stream days, which is kind of cool. Another one that I thought of doing. I don't want to do any horror games. I want things to be, comfy and chill and cozy here. You know, disregarding the Lies of P incident. But I might try What Remains of Edith Finch. It's got some, nice like low-key creepy vibes, which I do like, but it's not like horror as far as I can remember. I saw a little bit of gameplay. Don't remember very much about it. It's been a long time, so I think I'd be going in pretty fresh. Um if anyone else has any suggestions, I'm gonna open up a thing in the Discord real quick. Jewel, can you plug the Discord as well real quick? But I'm gonna post a thing in the Discord to see what people would like me to see for or would like to see me play for spooky season. Um, yeah, nothing horror, nothing too intense. Um, I know a lot of people are playing Silent Hill right now. Looks cool. It's not really my vibe. And I, like I said, want to keep things relatively chill. So nothing too intense, nothing too graphic. Um, but low key creepy vibes are totally appreciated and welcome in my opinion. So thank you for the thank you for the Discord plug. Poison, welcome in. Can I get a shout out for Poison as well, please? Welcome in, Poison. Congrats again on your Shilonen and the weapon. Poison pulled Shilonen in 2 polls at 38 pity. I think you said it was. I think it was 38 pity, and then the weapon you got early as well. So congrats on that. I'm so jealous. Just assume that however long you take on Act 3, you'll take twice as long in Act 4. Though Act 4 has a good stopping point when the quest, The Surging Darkness, starts. So basically, once you get the Pilgrim's Chronicle. Okay, I will try to remember, but I'm sure you'll also remind me because you're very good about reminding me about those kinds of things. So, want the clip? Ooh, sure. Let's get the clip. You can post it here in the chat. I won't be able to watch it here on stream, but definitely feel free to post it in the chat or, yeah. Hang on, let me change this song real quick. That's fine. Um, oh, can you recommend for creepy games? Oh yeah, you can also send a DM. That works too. And I'll watch it probably after stream. But if you have any game recommendations for like low key Halloween vibes, absolutely. I'll open up a thing in Discord In fact, I do have a suggestions channel if you guys want to just suggest things. Where did I put it? It should be somewhere. Ah, it's under other games. There's other games, and then there's a suggestions thing with a little hand icon. Um, so definitely you can drop a suggestion there for any creepy games this month. Perfect. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and. How long is this clip? Yeah, I'll watch it after stream. But I'm so happy that you got Shilonen because I know that you really wanted her. Um, we'll try and do some Shilonen polls today too. Unsure what my pity is at the moment. Cobalt, welcome in. How is the Capitano? I'm doing okay, Cobalt. Thank you for asking. It's funny seeing you like, cause I have like multiple streams open a lot, cause I'm lurking a lot. I've been a little more active lately. And seeing you in the same ones I'm lurking in is really funny. Um, but and obviously like you and I have conversed in those chats. It's just really funny that like we're both in the same ones at the same time. I've been a bit more active the past couple days because I just have found myself not doing too much. But hope you're doing well, Cobalt and Poison. How is everyone else doing? Uh, do I like psychological horror? Personally, yes. I personally like psychological horror. I don't think I would stream it though, depending on how intense it is. Because while I may enjoy something, I also do want to be mindful of other people. Because I want this to be a nice hangout space, and I don't want to scare people away. There are some games that I would like to play on my own time too. It's not because I don't want to stream them for other people. It's just because I don't want to stream them. It's just because I don't feel like it. I'd rather just enjoy them myself. I couldn't think of a title off the top of my head right now, but yeah, I personally do like psychological horror. Doing well, and it do be funny. True. The eye stares. I need. Oh, I think I have a few more emotes that should be coming through. I'm gonna cycle out some old emotes, I think. Alternatively, if we somehow get a lot more subs, we can unlock some new emote slots, which I think would be super funny. But anyways, I've chatted enough, I think. So I'm gonna start up. Well, not start up. I'm on the login screen. Hello, Genshin. There we go. What is this song from? I don't know. Oh, and I need to unmute this as well. I think this is where we last left off in Act 2. Was this huge party going on here. We just got Kachina back, and they were all dancing. Kachina, Mualani, a bunch of people were dancing here. Chaska, I think, was hanging out somewhere. Kinich was at a table, I think. Moika was right here. We were chatting with her. But I think this is where we last left off. I love that, Cobalt. Thank you. There's a horror visual novel called The Letter. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you can DM it to me, or you can put it in the suggestions channel. If it's something you think that I probably wouldn't stream necessarily, feel free to just DM it to me and I'll check it out. Fire Force was where that song was from. Fire Force. I don't think I've heard of that. Interesting. Well, I'm glad someone was able to identify it. Okay, so. Oh, and also apparently, there is an event going on as well right now. There are 10 days, so I will, in a good, null fashion, put it off until later. If I had known, I might have made some time for it today, but it's fine. Actually, if we have time towards the end, after completing Act 3, I might start it. But this is the priority. I want to get through the story. Okay, so wait until 2 days later. And I was also informed by Jua that morning starts at 7 a.m. in-game, and there's one point where they say wait until morning, but they don't say what time, which is kind of weird. They normally do. Dig through some games you have that would be scary but chill. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, definitely. If you think that they're like chill, scary games, you can drop them in the suggestions. Oh, I see. Someone's already done that. Is that you, Poison? Yes. All right. I will. Wait. That one looks familiar. The art on that one looks familiar. You are a slug cat. Great intro. Great first sentence to read. That actually sounds kind of cool though, slug cat. I do like cats, so it's also possible you got a bug where it didn't tell you the time or something. We'll see soon enough. True, we will see. And if it's a bug, it probably won't be just isolated to a few people. It would probably be game wide, kind of like the text glitch in the Kinich quest. So if it is a bug, it's probably not just you, but we will find out soon enough. Found a perfect one. Ooh, feel free to drop it.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss.
Oh,
Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
okay. Also, I was made aware by several people that there are 3 missing voices in the update. Kachina, Kinich, and Ahau. And that's unfortunate for the first 2. For Ahau, no hate against the voice actor. The voice actor is doing a phenomenal job with Ahau. I just don't like the character. So I would be fine not hearing his voice. But, you know, that being said, I know that there's a situation going on that things are hopefully being worked on and resolved. And hopefully it comes, you know, relatively soon. Not necessarily for the player's sake, although, you know, for the players too, but primarily for the voice actors. You know, that is their livelihood. That is what they do for passion. So I hope that things get sorted out for them, first and foremost. Secondly, you know, much less importantly, but still on a personal level, you know, we all like to enjoy the game. We love hearing the voices, so it would be nice to hear the voices as well. So I'm hoping that they get that sorted soon enough. I was considering playing the game in, where is it? I have Chinese and Japanese voice packs installed, but I don't know. I've never played in Chinese. I've heard the voices in all 3. I prefer English because, 1, I understand it more fluently, and 2, it's just what I'm used to. I wouldn't be opposed to playing in Chinese, but it would be a little detracting for me for a little bit. But if I ever do decide to switch, there is that option to just... I don't think I need to restart the game either. Like, let me check this out. Yep. It's an immediate switch for me, because they're already downloaded, I guess. Get ready to read? Oh boy. Yeah, let me switch back real quick before we hop into something. I do, like, the voices, all of the voice actors in this game do a phenomenal job, you know, in their own rights, in their own regards. So it's not that I don't want to do the Chinese or even the Japanese because I don't like it for any reason. It's just because English is what I'm more used to. One that you don't know if they would be so chill to say. We'll DM then. Okay, sounds good, Poison. Katina is dead. No, no. She left her voice in the Night Kingdom. Sag.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far.
He's from the People
Then
of the
we
Springs.
can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
Is that like the primary place where the Abyss attacks is People of the Springs?
All right. Thank you so much.
Welcome in, Annie. Can I get a shout out for Annie, please? How's it going? Good to see you. Echoes of Wisdom sounding Kachino lore.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land.
Thank you for the shout out to Annie. Appreciate that. How's it going, Annie?
Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once.
Interesting. Been looking to get a new PC? Ooh, that's exciting. Are you going to get it pre-built, or are you trying to assemble one? If you've not seen it at all, the lore for why Link does not talk in Echoes of Wisdom is that if you go to a certain place as a child, you lose something, and for Link, it was his ability to speak. Wait, really? Is that why? Okay, I heard a couple different things, but they're like really old, and they might have also just been memes. One thing that I heard was that Link was cursed, like the original Link was cursed, or at least the original one that couldn't speak was cursed with the inability to speak. Another one is, you know, he can speak, we just don't hear him, kind of like the whole traveler situation here, where they speak, it's just sort of not recorded. It's sort of off screen, I guess. But, you know, Link does communicate ideas and things. Like, he says things that he wants, he gives information to other, like, to NPCs. So, you know, there is, you know, and then obviously the game does poke fun at the fact that he doesn't speak. Like, they do make that sort of meta reference. But I kind of thought just it wasn't really like a canonical thing after a while. Looking towards an RTX 4060 Ti and i7 12700K. That sounds insanely powerful. I forget what my specs are, but I have them listed here. Mine's nothing like super great, but I did upgrade my GPU a while back, which was nice. What is my CPU? 13.7. Oh, I see. Honestly, like, I got a bunch of parts that I was hoping I would get on sale because there was a huge sale going on, but all the stuff that I wanted to get was not on sale for some reason. Everything else was, apparently, but did I use Gene or did I do it legit? Wait. Oh, sorry, I missed a message. Got the achievement against the stupid capybara today. Oh, that's why you... Okay, gotcha. But that's... Congrats on the achievement, Annie. Whether you did it with Gene or legitimately, either way, congrats on that. Oh, and Echoes of Wisdom specifically. Oh, I see.
You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Okay, I didn't know that he was specifically mute in Echoes of Wisdom. I haven't played it yet. I need to figure out how I can play that if I don't have a Switch. Maybe I should just, at this point, there are a bunch of games on Switch that I want to play. I should just get a Switch.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the less work we take, the less we'll earn. But the threat of the abyss is still far from over.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster.
That's not great. That's... I mean, yes, certain places in the world have their own natural disasters that are just, you know, minor. Everyone else is like freaking out. Like tourists would freak out, and there's like, oh, that's just a Tuesday for us. Don't have Gene. Only lost once in character banner, and it was to Tainari. The free 5-star he chose was Nana Chi-Chi. I was like, wait, I know that one. I know that one. You think you did it legit? Probably. If you didn't do it with Gene, I can't think of any other ways to cheese that achievement. So, either way, congratulations. And only losing once? That's insane. Unless you just, like, don't pull on the character banner very often, but either way, it's still... That's incredible.
Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Eh? Is that Nolan Paimon? Hello, hello. I guess I'll speak for the missing voices. It won't sound as great. I apologize ahead of time, but... Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. But don't push yourself too hard. I'll do my best and also make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I wanted is to add to your work. Oh, by the way, Shilonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready. Now face the second turtle without cheesing it? Oh gosh. Off topic, but just found a funny horror game. Oh, I'll check it out if you do send it. Modified the Farina cheese for the second turtle because didn't have any of the characters needed for the other strategies, like Zhongli stunning it. It's called Kill It With Fighter. It's a spider game. Wait, that actually sounds really funny.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Shilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Then we should probably thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go see Shilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Poor Kachina. Anxiety personified. Currently located in the quest. Huh? What did that say? Location is currently being used by another quest. Complete that quest or enable focus. Okay, we can just do this then, right? Usa, welcome in. Can I get a TSO for Usa, please? I'm tired. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. I hope things are going well or better with you now. I hope you get some good rest. Team comp included a Fontaine character with those two characters. They usually are used to stun the guy inside the narwhal's mouth. Navia, Nivlet, Chiori, and Barbara. Oh, okay. Interesting. Silence, mute child. Yes, Kachina, stop talking. Even though we can't hear you, stop talking. No, never. We love Kachina here. Thank you for the shout out to Usa. Okay, we need to go down here. I hope this doesn't trigger the event. Focus mode shouldn't do that, right? They forgot to implement Ian voice for Kachina. They didn't forget to implement her voice. There's a strike going on for the English voices. So Kachina, Kinich, and Elhao all are not voiced in these two Archon quests right now. They may add them in later. Hopefully they do, and hopefully the writer, or not the writer strike, the voice actor strike gets resolved for the voice actors in their favor. This music is so cool. Shilonen, I've brought the person who needs an ancient name. Spirit Breath and Burst. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Spirit Breath might be skill. Saw the Kachina stickers on the game. They're so cute. Wait, I haven't seen them yet. I have to look at those in a bit. I know that got added. I saw, when you went through this part in Japanese, Kachina voice was there. Yep. So, in Japanese and Chinese and Korean, all of the voices are there. It's just that for the English VAs, there is a voice actor strike going on. So, we didn't get Kachina, Kinich, or Ahao this time around. Because of all the situations going on with that. I'm sure they're working on it, and I'm sure that things will get resolved at some point soon. I can just, only hope and pray that it's, in favor of the voice actors, because I know that, I don't want to get into all the details, and I don't know all the details myself, but, the voice actors do what they do for a living. So, when you kind of mess around with things and people's jobs, it becomes an issue. So I just hope that it doesn't become an issue for the voice actors. And Jua just posted a link regarding what's going on. So if you want more information, check out that link. Thank you for that, Jua. Night Soul Burst. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you for that, Cobalt. I wouldn't have guessed that. He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him. I can vouch that he's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Oh, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that we're Outlanders. She's gonna make an ancient name for an Outlander. No, it'll be fine. She's just curious, right? She's just a curious cat.
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Okay, maybe it will be an issue. Huh? You're saying the Pirate Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills.
Well, I guess she trusts you if she thinks that's gonna be difficult. Thank you for the check-in, Cobalt. Ancient names are normally only made for people from Natlan. There's a big issue. I mean, I don't think that it was like a hard, fast rule that they could only be made for Natlanders, like the same way how they said only people from Natlan could participate in the pilgrimage. Like, that's a hard, fast rule. But I don't think that the idea ever came up to make an ancient name for an Outlander. I don't think it's ever crossed anyone's mind. So I think that it might just be, there might be some interesting implications with that. Is the Dawn Sword effect for certain Fontaine characters, but also scatters around Fontaine and is the opposing effect. Oh, Numa and Lucia, gotcha. It did say Fontaine, so it's definitely not Night Soul Burst because that's a Natlan thing. That's true. Yeah, Usia and Numa. And thank you for the check-in, Annie. Okay, sorry, I missed the bit about Fontaine. I completely forgot that. But no, that makes sense. Wait, so that's the Spirit Breath must be Numa then, I guess. Yeah, because Numa would be, is it Greek or Latin? But that's the one that means breath. So, Spirit Breath, that makes sense, that tracks.
But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Yeah. Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time.
Because what? She would have said no? Shilona would have turned it down?
Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else.
She's mad. She's mad.
But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
Or, hear me out, she could see it as saying, hey, I think that you're good enough to do this impossible task. Yeah? Think about that, Shilonen. She has a lot of trust and faith in you to be able to do this impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Okay, but we did some stuff here too. We did some stuff here. Don't know, or don't usually use those, so you never know what they are. Mawika, we've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust you'll find a way. Basically, like, isn't that a whole, like, that's a huge anime trope. It's like, this has never happened before, but you're strong enough to do this. Because plot armor. Or Deus Ex Machina. Finish sending games. The ones you sent in DMs will be up for me to play if I want. Anyways, lurk and watch now. Sounds good. Thank you for the suggestions, Poison, and thank you for the lurks. Have a good lurk. Tested Shilonen in trial and don't really know how she really works in a team comp. I can't remember. Poison? No, not Poison. Who was it? Someone showed me recently the team comp they used for Shilonen, but I haven't used her yet. I haven't tried it. Not basically. That's actually the quote from Act 2. Oh. Ah, so it is. Gotcha. It's so hard to pronounce P and N in quick succession. Yeah. I guess I can understand where the difficulty could lie. Also, Jua, can you post the ancient name that Shilonen forged in her demo? I don't know if it's gonna be the Travelers or not, but I want it here in chat, or in the stream notes, somewhere, just as a reference for myself.
Yeah, that's right.
I just can't. Ether is like, oh no. Oh no. She works best with different elements. I think we've been through this before. The P in PN and PS in French is pronounced, but there's no puff of air from French so P. Wow. Whoa, hang on. There's no puff of air from French P, so it's really soft. Yeah. They call that an aspiration or an aspirated letter. But yeah, we did go over that. I guess so. Pronouncing it in French would be pneuma, but yeah, just in English they just drop the P as silent and just call it pneuma. And I don't know why. I don't remember what the order, the sequence of events from the mother language to English appropriating it was to drop the P. She helps boost damage and her defense is heavily a part of it. Ah, okay. So, more... Wait, so... Well, if she needs different elements, I'll figure it out.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Well...
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyub can be used as a basis for an ancient name.
Well, we helped a Wyub. And, again, we did other stuff, too, here in Natlan.
The greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyub don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Again, maybe she just thinks you're that good. Mongozo. Okay, thank you. She works differently based on the amount of Geo in your team. If you have 2 other Geo units aside from Shilonen, and then she becomes offensive Shilonen, who focuses on weird DPS mix. Currently building her and testing her, and she is very fun once you figure out how to properly use her. Still learning though. Okay, so maybe I can add her to a Geo comp with Noelle. If you have less than 2 other Geo units, she becomes a supporter. I see. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how I want to do that then, because I don't want to have her and Noelle both fighting for DPS.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
I think it's kind of funny when I'm reading Kachina's voices and then getting like responses. It's like they're talking to me. It feels a little surreal. This includes immense healing, like plus 8k healing on burst, the resistance down, and the inability to stay in skill for more than a few hits. She can heal all co-op allies, but in single player she only heals the active. Wait. Oh, anyone on field is what you mean. Okay, gotcha. I was like, wait, how does that... Why would that... Okay, I gotcha.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Let's go.
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon.
While getting achievement from the stupid capybara, Shiori was using the 3-star weapon because you forgot to switch the weapon back after Hyper Fridge team comp failed. So you got the achievement with a 3-star weapon on Shiori. That's phenomenal.
If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Exactly.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Paimon's like, not only is she gonna do it, but she's huffing some serious copium right now. Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her.
Exactly.
If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to?
We don't, but it was the only one we talked to.
Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
That's fair. Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyob?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Seatlali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
Granny Eatstali Seatlali. We get to meet Granny Seatlali?
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name.
Also, currently due to a funny bug, Shilonen can skate on top of water sometimes. Oh, I saw someone make a video of that bug. Did not watch it because I did not want spoilers. But that's what that thumbnail meant. Okay, interesting. Chiori and Barbara can survive one hit from the Capybara's charge attack, but then it wasn't even necessary because Navia's burst and something else kept stunning it. Wait, you can stun it with Navia's burst? Wait, that's so cool. I would have loved to have known that, but the way I did it also worked, I guess. Took a little while because I kept messing up, but... Using burst iframe wasn't the best idea because that thing charges 3 times. Yeah, it was quite annoying. Once you're able to get it stunned or get it off the ground, then it's fine, it's manageable, but it was kind of annoying to deal with. That was you in the Discord? Wait, was that you? No, I think it was someone that I follow. Maybe you did post it. I don't remember where I saw it. I just remember seeing the thumbnail and then immediately like trying to hide myself from seeing it. Maybe I did see it from you. I thought it was, I could have sworn it was someone like I was scrolling on my feed on YouTube and had to scroll past it, but maybe it was just something that you posted.
A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm sure she'd be able to help.
Oh, that's right, you did post a few videos. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. We're on the same page then. I do remember you posting those back to back.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
Now, when you say she's older now, we all know what Seatlali looks like. If not from screenshots in the game, from the Natlan teaser that we got before it came out. So, how old is she supposed to be? Is it a whole nother Madame Farazan situation?
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before?
Oh.
And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into 2.
Into 2? Huh? Yikes. Remember trying to teach Null about the capybara cheese? Wait, guess actual cheesy achievement without Jean Dancho? What does Dancho mean? Is that, if that's an honorific, it's not what I've heard before. The only cheese you did was overload spam your beloved. Navia was quick using the Melusine sword just for the quick burst charge. That's awesome. Using the cardboard Melusine sword is amazing. Don't know what kind of cheese you used with double earth and double water. Double water, double hydro would give you more health. Double earth gives you more defense, I think. And then also, I want to say interruption resistance, but I don't know if that's true.
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Seat Lolly would still want to show respect to the Archon.
I would hope so. Oh, Dancho means captain. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard that honorific before. It drops Geo-Res by 20%. Oh, okay. So, in a way, it doesn't decrease your interruption resistance, it just increases the interruption dealt towards other. It doesn't, but it's just funny to think of it that way. Just keep throwing larger rocks at them.
I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Thumbs up. We got this. Think I did the opposite of cheese considering I had a 3-star weapon and so on. I mean... Oh, you mean... I was like, wait a second. No, I didn't. You mean any. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheese, like, in that regard, but... I mean... I don't know. I don't know. Secretly a Grandmaster in Genshin Combat as well? Let's go. And he's just getting Grandmaster in every game now. Oh, let's ask Kinich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a How won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Well, funny you should mention that, Paimon. You see, neither of them can talk right now.
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Has anyone else noticed the sibilance has been a bit harsh on both Shilonen and Catherine in this act? It's a little bit grating. Cheer was holding 3-star. Pronouns, they can be confusing when multiple people are here. True. Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Oh, you mean the broken statue? Sure. Sounds good.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Paimon, don't copy me. Alright, where's... Oh, they're just gone. Okay. So go and meet up with Kinich at the agreed location. Gosh, this music is so cool. You noticed it for Catherine. Shilonen isn't as bad to me, but... Or bad to you. If you pay attention, you can hear it. I think I noticed it more on Shilonen than Catherine, but I hear it relatively easily on both. I think I'm just a bit more sensitive to sibilance. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Wind and convince Silali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker's Stone and offer her an apology in person. Oh, thank you, Kinich. That's actually a huge relief.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm. Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerializing right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
He's right. Welcome in, Sonic. Can I get a shout out for Sonic, please? Good to see you. How are you doing? I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh, yo? His name is No! That sucks. Man. I was rooting for that guy. But I guess it makes sense. He does look kind of shady. Oh well, whatever. Thank you for the shout out to Sonic. Doing well? Good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, okay. I guess Auroron's not a good guy. That's fine, I guess. Neither is Tartaglia. And also, I guess, Arlecchino, I guess? She's kind of got her own agenda, but I dare say she's technically not a good person either. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Night Wind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Seat Lolly knows him too?
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Night Wind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroron, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right. So, in that sense, Auroron and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroron's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroron joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Auroron hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroron and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes. If you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation. Good idea. This way we get two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Okay, also, Paimon, I know that you feel bad about it, but stop saying it's our fault. We didn't break it. Chaska did. It's Chaska's fault.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Mollypo Kanich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care out there, Kanich. I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Wait until morning. Okay, so I think this is what you're...
Steady as stone.
Oops, this is what you were talking about, Jua, right? Where it says wait until morning of the next day. So, looks like they just figured we'd know what it was. Or they just forgot to add it. I don't know. Also, I think you guys can see my facial expressions when I'm doing the voice acting for Kanich and Kachina. More so for Kachina, because it's just smiles. Oh, of the day after. I thought it said the next day. Did I misread that? It did say day after tomorrow? Okay, I just misread it then.
Oh,
Alright.
it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Oh, Noelle's shield just broke, which means that it lasted for a full, like, 24 hours.
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanich a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
Wait, so is she going to be at the stadium for sure?
That's true. Let's go!
Also, I'm trying to remember what the other two tribes are. There's People of the Springs, Signs of the Canopy, Children of... It is children. I was thinking it's like Children of the something. That threw me off. Children of Echoes. Masters of the Night Wind. I don't recall what the other two are. How'd we get here? This way? Luckily for you, didn't have to waste too much time guessing since 7 was your second guess. Nice. She never responded to your request to meet up, so you have no idea if she'll be there. Oh, okay. Awesome. Great. Cool. This is just,
Someone needs assistance.
obviously we know that she's probably gonna be there. It's just... to stand over here. No, no. Also, that hat. I want that hat. It's such a cool looking hat. I've seen like several scions of the Canopy people. You arrive at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. As expected, Ciali is not there. Okay.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. I thought that she was just gonna be there
we tried to be
anyways.
as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
Because this just means that this is an out-of-the-way stop for us to go on in the story. Sounds the Canopy. Collective of Plenty. And the Flower Feather Clan. Why is that one, like, the odd one out? Why is that one not, like, the Clan of the Flower Feathers? Or something. But, and then the Collective of Plenty. And thank you for taking care of that, Chua.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with.
That was cute. The little, like, arm flex thing that she did.
Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous?
Hey, Paimon.
You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal.
Paimon.
She didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
Hey, Paimon.
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Paimon.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Huh?
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
There's the sibilance again. I don't know if it's like... I don't know. I'm gonna try and let it not bother me too much, but it is kind of harsh in my ear.
Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Okay, she has a point. You know, aside from the Archons, who are kind of ageless, you know, there's Madame Farazan, Xianyun. We haven't seen, Madame Ping's, like, younger form, but I'm sure she could do it if she wanted. Ganyu. Yeah, so this really shouldn't be that strange. Umbreon, welcome in. Death in ACH? What is ACH? That is, the character for Death. I do recognize that one. I recognize that one very well, actually. That's like one of the only, characters that I can actually write. I can at least make something that looks like it anyways. It might not be the correct way to write it, but at least I can make something that looks like it. The adorable Seat Lolly, yes. Didn't notice when you were playing, but now you got thinking about and can hear it. Guess you were just that focused enough to tune out the bad audio. Yeah, you also could have listened to it at lower volume too. I have voices a little high in my ear, so it also could have been that. You're using Japanese for this quest? Ooh, nice. I was tempted to use the Chinese dub, or the Chinese, language pack because of the missing voices, but ultimately, it's not a huge deal to me, and I am already used to the English voices, so.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
Sure.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
Orchid, welcome in. Good to see you. How's it going? You've seen that a ton while working in Unity? High audio does that. Does high audio sometimes causes that? Yeah. It's just a general, yeah.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
Oh, look at that face. Poor Paimon.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
I guess. Sure. I mean, I still think the courtesy would have been nice. The courtesy notice, but okay. Gotta read it, plus you just did Quest for Kenichi where he was talking, so two different. That's fair. Like, I also, too, did just complete the Signs of the Canopy quest last week or 2 weeks ago, so relatively fresh. So, it is a little weird, but I'm making do. I'm adding my own voices in there, and it's cool because now they're, like, replying to me.
But, of course.
Of course.
It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Oh, she's not gonna say it? Okay, then.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Oh no. She's a tsundere. Oh no. If want a second VA for missing lines, don't mind. Oh no, it just got so awkward here. Oh no.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Yup, I think that's embarrassment. Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Alrighty, let's see where this goes.
So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first.
I want to know at what point, like, the disconnect happens where the VAs read one thing, but the displayed text is something completely different. Do they change it after, like, surely they don't change the dialogue after it's been recorded. So this has got to be like an older version, and they sent something different to the VA, or they sent this and then they had to, you know, tweak it on the spot or after a few takes, and they sent that, but then the people receiving the lines never updated the original dialogue, I guess.
And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
I have a name, you know.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me, what was all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Oh.
No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Oh. Thanks. Probably guess that the VA's messed with the lines slightly to try and better fit the way they play the character. It's probably more... Yes, I agree that I think that it was changed with the VAs, but I don't think it was the VA's decision. I think it was the director's decision to change lines. Obviously, that's not entirely always the case. There are times when I've heard VAs would say, hey, what if we tried this? And they try it and it works. Like Erica Harlicker singing for Venti's thing in the event, in the Windbloom event, and they kept that because she's like, hey, what if I just sing a little thing just for fun? Can't say that they wouldn't know your name despite you not telling them because Ether is actually famous now, so they should know. True. Maybe it makes a VA and director decision. Yeah, it's some mix, but I still think that, like, yeah, this just, they never update the text once they send the recorded lines through. Or they don't tell them, hey, we changed some things here, like, here are the notes, change these lines. There's some disconnect there, and I guess it happens when you're pushing new content out every 2 or 4 weeks.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
Yep. We have a new Ether face unlocked.
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands.
Too important for the wild? That's... Okay, we're learning more about the hierarchy now.
The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Thank you, Shalonen.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time.
We've got an ad coming up in about like 20 seconds, just letting everyone know.
And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Huh.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
Well, I think it's the first time we had, like, a confirmed age for a character. In their 20s. Nice to know you have about a 13-second delay.
That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Stream Elements, ad warning. Oh, yep. Of course, Stream Elements is just a tiny bit behind us all. It's doing its best. So, whence the smoke drifts? Hello? Thank you for the cabbages. Wait, do you sell things? What do you sell? Chocolatl beverages. Okay, she doesn't sell things. I don't think. That sounds kind of weird. Ooh, okay. I will take that. Sorry, I was on for a long time just now, wasn't I? Does soup count as a drink? That's a good question. Chat, what do you think? Does soup count as a drink? Grapefruit meat soup. Thanks. Where are we right now? Let me just get rid of that real quick on my map. So I don't have to think about that. Okay. We need to go... Nah, it only popped in when the ad break as progress message popped up for you. I'm guessing that it's likely Twitch that was slow. Could be. Not the thick soups, maybe the more liquidy ones.
The wind rises.
Wait, are the buddies there? They're not there anymore. There were two Saurians that were just hanging out over here. Maybe it's because of the quest. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't them, was it?
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, But Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
You mean except for the ones inside his house, right?
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him.
Literally the saying, it takes a village.
He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden.
Wow.
He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
That's all there is to him. Then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
I have elemental sight. I don't know about Paimon.
Here, give me your hand.
Ooh.
Huh? How about now?
What do you see?
I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure they've done something similar in the past. It's just interesting that it's, they sort of call it out right now.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
Like, it's a lot of exposition for just a temporary thing, I think. You'd think Elemental Sight would be able to see Phlogiston considering its link to Pyro, but apparently not. Yeah, apparently not.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Oh, poor Paimon. She's catching strays.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Is it that we're extraordinarily gifted, or that the people of Tevat are just so, like, diverse and unable to, attune to different elemental things? Like, could any other aliens that come to Tevat be just as adept at whatever the Traveler can do, like mastering elements without a vision, seeing, or not seeing, but using phlogiston? Like, is it really just linked to Ether and Lumine as specific individuals? Or is it because they're not bound to the rules of Tevat?
See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh,
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now...
Huh, I wonder who's talking right now. Oh, because it's question marks. Huh. Wait a minute. That is interesting. Is that a glitch? Is that a bug? Or is this something else? Also, I did notice earlier when she said y'all were talking smack about me, or she didn't say y'all, but she said, I noticed you guys were talking smack about me. I was like, that's talking smack? That's... I don't think that belongs in your vocabulary. Technically not a bug. Interesting.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
Oh, we can hear her thoughts. I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Seat Lolly.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
You bet. Just leave it to us. That was a cute little interaction. Now, I'm sure that they didn't just give that to us as like a little throwaway thing. Surely it's going to mean something later on. We can all tell who it is, but there's a minor reason it's 3 question marks.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go take a look. That...
Oh, dang it. I was trying to wait for all the dialogue.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened.
Oh, okay, so he's not a bad guy. Good.
We've got to find him. Fast.
Unless he's luring us, but I don't think he is.
Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch.
Come on, hey look, there's a camp over there. Sweet Lolly, let's go take a look. And then her inner voice, that little brat, I swear. I just hope he hasn't gotten himself into any real trouble.
If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Your grandson?
No. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Squall Fury. Too slow.
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Oh, that's mean.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Auroron found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Auroron was being held by the Fatui. So, given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes! Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yup.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways?
So you were thinking the same thing! Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Or no one else thought to bring it up because they didn't want Citlali to know they could hear what she was thinking.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
I hope the brat she was talking about earlier was like, I hope it's about time that brat said something nice about me. I hope she was talking about Kenichi, not Paimon. Wait, hang on. Where's Citlali? Can we go find her instead? Yes, I'm gonna go talk to Citlali, or see if I can talk to her.
Don't think there's anything here. How about we check out somewhere else?
That's all you say, right?
Don't...
Yeah.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Wait, are we still... Oh, there it is. That does not make it easier. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Amon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also,
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
huh? Whose voice was that just now? Oh. The Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
It's the captain.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
He kind of looks like Orochi. I don't remember. Orochi. Oh, that name is apparently not super unique. You'll have to tell me a bit more so I can find who you're talking about.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So, you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret.
Snap back to reality.
This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
He looks so cool. Honestly, he looks like a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! To me. Like a rare card hunter from the original series, or a prison inmate from 5Ds or something. Or even like someone who's like from an alternate dimension. But he looks like he looks like he's missing a dual disc on his arm. I love his design. Oh.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Seat Lolly right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else.
feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Auroran's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Lolly continues to keep her eyes on you and even performs another checkup.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
Alright,
Yeah.
let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroran is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Alright, wait. So we're continuing further this way. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Someone needs assistance.
Wait, isn't this... this is leading towards the Fatui
Look over there.
phlogiston factory.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroran. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroran. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still
Alright, well,
trying to
I guess we're
resist?
just... Alright.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Ow.
Anvil. Into the wind. Clouds high. Stupid birds come. Wind rises.
Quietly now.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Did I have a chance to change my team? I don't think I did. Gosh. Come on.
Gotcha.
Hello?
Steady as
There we go.
stone.
Oh, cool. Alright, more.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Here comes the catch.
Behold.
Nope, nope. Oh, cool.
Auroran!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Gramps?
What did you just call him?
I mean, he is pretty old, I guess, technically.
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Lumine is called Other Granny? That's amazing. He looks edgy? He does. He looks like a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! I love him. The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your gramps and grannies?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
Basically.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron?
See, look, just slap a dual disc right there on him, and he'd just fit perfectly.
Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
He's so tall. Yes.
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Yikes.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
His vision casing is silver, by the way. Is that important? He's the only one besides Tartaglia who has and also Arlecchino, who both have Snezhnayan visions, which have silver casings. And I guess we all just thought that that was unique to Snezhnaya. But now we've seen someone in Natlan with a silver vision casing. Wonder what their powers are? Electro is all we know so far.
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value? And not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
No, wait, hang on, but wait. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you? Hang on. Lyrics. Oh, lessons. Okay, similar. Wait. Forgotten. It's like if you change words that to the lessons, have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? It's basically the exact first line to the song Warrior of the Mind in Epic the Musical. Sorry, she said that, and immediately, like, that song started playing in my head. I just had to pause for a moment.
I'm sorry.
Oh, poor guy.
Ugh, forget it.
I love his hood, though.
We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also,
Sounds
Oh, shoot.
Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Jua, could you do me a favor and paste what I missed there, what I skipped through accidentally?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
No clue. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeat of Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chambers with me. I'll need you to explain everything. Awesome. Alright, thank you, Jua. Appreciate that.
Oh, right.
Poor guy. The first thing you should do is recite the 3 warnings. No! Oh my gosh. But it's interesting they chose this camp, which leads further down into the phlogiston factory, which, as we've determined before, 5.1, doesn't really do... There's no... It's not tied to the Archon quest, it's not tied to any world quests. I think it had an achievement, and that was it. It's just like further down and everything. I thought they were gonna actually use this. But I guess not. Have I still not grabbed those? I still haven't grabbed those items. Oh shoot, nope. Didn't mean to cancel. Return to the city and Lolly brings you to the speaker's chamber, where you recount everything that has happened to Auroron. Well, almost everything.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lolly's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lolly is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
I kind of forgot that's what we were doing.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Yep, there it is. That look on his face. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Lolly's back. What does he really want?
Oh, we're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
You pull Paimon aside and tell her everything that you saw earlier when you collapsed.
What? That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Seat Lally and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Wait until... See, yeah, right there. It gives us like an hour to wait for. Wait a second. Too far, I think. I guess we'll find out. Tony, welcome and thank you for the check-in. Can I get a shout out for Tony? Sorry you're late. No worries. You already went through the Archon quest. At least through Act 3, I'm sure. So you should be fine here without spoilers. I'm only going to do Act 3 today.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Oh, over here. Man, I do want Aurora now. Or not now. Like when I saw his design, I was like, okay, he looks really cool. I kind of do want him. Gosh, he is really edgy though, isn't he? Oh, wait. There's a hilichurl over there. I think that's the one that doesn't attack you.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
She's not concerned, like scared. She's more just like, she'll be annoyed if it's a trap. She's like, oh, please don't let this be a trap. She's been in enough traps at this point. She's not scared.
What was that?
Okay, now she's scared.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
You've completed 3 and 4. Okay, gotcha.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I mean, when I first met him, he was kind of a ghost.
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Granny Paimon.
Well, I could.
Let's get straight to the point. So what's the purpose of this meeting?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me. I'm only interested in the intel.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
He wants to save Natlan. Arlecchino wanted to save Fontaine. Like, sure, they all have their own agendas. But does that really make them, like, competent leaders for the Fatui? If they're not even following the Tsaritsa's ultimate goal? I mean, I guess they are. I don't know.
And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump!
Oh.
It's your granny!
Oh. Yeah.
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Made a gift since I said Aurora reminded me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that what's posted here in Genshin General Chat? Yes. An Electro wielder from Natlan. He's often seen as odd and can be quite stubborn once he's made up his mind. That's amazing. Thank you, Jua. I love this. Although, I wonder if he really is a 5-star normal monster instead of like a 7-star effect monster with some other things. I don't know, but that's still really great. Wait a second, 5-star, 2100 attack, 1800 defense? I think they might, if this card were submitted, they'd probably have to rebalance it a little bit. But that's amazing. And the art style that you chose, like that specific scene of him, worked perfectly for the card. Thank you. I love this. I'm pinning that. Wow, she definitely knows how to pack a punch. Real. She brought a full-grown man in his 20s to his knees.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
Oh no, now he's trying to pull this card.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Molly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment. But if Auroron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Ooh, achievement. Cyber Dragon is 2100, 1600, and can be placed on the field for free if the opponent has monsters and you don't. That's true. And that's an old card. If anything, they buff the Auroron card. That's also... Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I think he would probably be an effect monster instead of a normal, given that he's like a vision wielder. Still doesn't change the fact that the card looks so sick. Wait, where's that Hilichurl? Wait, was that over here or was it somewhere else? I think that was over here. I need to get higher. Fly away, friend. Fly away. There he goes. Okay, that Hilichurl is not here. I have no clue where it is now. There's like a Hilichurl somewhere nearby, just sitting on the corner of a cliff. I think there's an achievement tied to it. I saw it. Oh, wait, there he is. There he is. Would have done effect, but I don't know any skills for him to base the effect on. That's fair. He went 5-star because 5-star... That's clever. That makes sense. I get you now. Okay, he doesn't attack. He's just a fun little guy. He's just a fun little guy. And we're gonna light this fire for him.
Are you going to hold a
Hang
festival?
on. Let me use someone that won't accidentally
At the ready.
hurt him. Oh, it's a chest. Okay, that works.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
I'm just gonna mark this. He's not friendly. What is it? He's contemplative Hilichurl. Alright. We can go here now. And I guess I should... Okay, let me switch team back again.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
And also, yes, let's get ourselves some answers, Yelan. I agree. Also, let me just mark that off here. Alright, where are we going?
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it!
Oh, that line is significantly different.
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Looks like Auroran has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
Does he have like... He doesn't have like a split personality, does he? I think he's just really timid at times.
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Boo Bear, welcome in. How's it going? And thank you for the shout out to Boo Bear. How was your stream? I think you went live a little bit earlier, right? How'd your stream go? Ooh, Warframe. How was that? Warframe's one of those games that I need to pick up again. I played very briefly. In fact, hang on. I can tell you exactly how long I played on that game. I played like less than an hour, and I think it was like years ago. I played 57 minutes. The last time I played was June 2nd, 2018. So it's been a little bit. But I have a friend who plays it, and I told him that I'd try and get into it again, or at least play it, because it seems like it'd be fun. It was good. Little baby stream today, getting back into Warframe after like a year or more since you last played. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, if I get back into it, I'll let you know. I want to find more people if I do start playing it again.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Even Paimon's now just like, yeah, she's Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Well, she's sad. She's hurting.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroran, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Huh? There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroran! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Oh.
Get back here this instant! Auroran! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion.
That's cool. Wait, what the heck?
Pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful?
Of course not. He's a rogue through and through. I love that, actually. That's so cool. I hope that his kit has something similar that allows you to, like, distance yourself somehow.
Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Jeez.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't know. No, he still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial.
You don't know that because you interrupted.
Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Auroron would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Auroron's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Auroron's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this. Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, I know where this is going. I've seen some things. I know where this is going.
Alright, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Paimon's got a secret food fund so she can do the honors. It's okay. We can cover our own bill.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer? That's right. Citlali has gotten a lot quieter since Auroron ran away. She seems to be having a hard time. He's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Citlali, let's take our time. Null teleports directly there. Listen, if she wanted to say something important on the way, she would have. Instead, I'm assuming that was just a very, very quiet and long and awkward walk back.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
So there are two old hags in this world. I'm hoping Mona's not referring to this one.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Oh, did I miss something? What is this? Paimon, huh? How did... Oh, the other option. Huh? How did this become Paimon's bill? Paimon. Oh, Citlali looks quite down on herself. Alright. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlali. Paimon will take care of it. That's cute. That's actually so wholesome. Also, I didn't realize it would be two separate dialogue. I figured it'd just be the same thing. Citlali then continues with, hey, come on now. Okay, nice. Thank you for that, Jua.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Okay, so I've seen some things. I think I know where this is going. I won't be surprised if it is. But we'll see. How do I honestly don't really know how to navigate, like, the inside of the stadium. I only use this teleport waypoint to get around this curve. love this song. Paimon orders some food and fruit juice while Citlali begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine. Yup. Okay, so everything that everyone was saying was true. She gets drunk here. Also, dancing is... it just makes me want to... I love this song. It just makes me want to wiggle. Okay.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
No. Gosh. Oh no.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Jeez.
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
I think everyone just calls her Granny, right?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
What do you mean by that? Given your ages, more accurate to call her your great-great-granny. Is it another Madame Farazan situation? Is it really just... Oh, okay. Well, let's find out.
Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chonka leaves, Citlali downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. And this is where we get the drunk guy Citlali, isn't it? You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Yup.
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Encounter definitely gives you deja vu. Been there. Oh, I would... Oh no.
You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
I think she's got some things that she needs to work through.
I mean, come on! Monster? Me? Really?
Oh.
What did I do to deserve that?
Her eyes, yes.
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know.
Yeah, she's got a lot of things to work through.
Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids! Hey, new kid! Yeah, you!
Ooh, me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Huh.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Oh. Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Oh.
Hang on, just keep it in!
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
This is definitely one of the most experiences of all time.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Wow, she processed that alcohol quick.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. During Auron's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thought. Oh, yeah, that.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
That's a very specific scenario.
So that, happens to you a lot?
It
That's the
happens to people
takeaway.
in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Uh-huh. Generic, sure. That's so specific. Yeah, I don't think she's picking something generic. I think it's happened to her, and if I dare say, probably more than once. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
It's drunk-eyed Lolly again.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Jeez. Alright, we've also got an ad coming up in about 50 seconds. I've snoozed it 3 times. I can't snooze it anymore, so just giving you guys a heads up.
Someone needs assistance.
Wait, is this how I... Nope, okay.
Swan Fury.
Oh. Lulu, thank you for the care
Well,
package.
Great view, right?
You can take care of that right
I
now.
love coming here by myself.
Alright, and for those of you who are getting hit with ads, I will see you guys in about a minute and a half. I don't think anything too serious is going to happen right now. Alright. Thank you for the care package, Lulu.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed.
Oh.
Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
At the very least, she can throw a punch.
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Okay, so she's at least a few decades old.
What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Paimon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing.
Gosh, she sounded like she was being so sincere. Like, do you find me scary? No, not at all. Well, that's because you just don't know me. Ma'am, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want us to say.
I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Gonna look and play Overwatch. Sounds good. Thanks for the lurk, Lulu. Have good. I hope your Overwatch matches go well.
Yes, but Auroron's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan, and you've given so much help to Auroron and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroron's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls, and in Auroron's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroron into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroron would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroron, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroron escaped with his life.
Jeez, that's heavy.
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroron would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Man, that's rough.
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become.
Umbreon, is that an auto-generated